in the Wiregrass portion of the state of Alabama Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the Thunderbirds and the Troy Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with the Troy head coach before the game. He knows that they have got one of the best wide receivers in the country, highly rated and experienced, but a young quarterback. They have tried to put some things in this week that will help them get the ball to their best target on the field. We'll keep you posted as the game continues. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the Thunderbirds offense will get the football first. And here comes the junior running back. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball. Got him on the RPO. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. And it's the Thunderbirds want to crank the tempo. The give. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll move the tight end. Jackson will throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Thunderbirds decide to punt it away. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. Hauls it in at the 25. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Trojans offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands.
And I can just tell you, man, just by watching the tape of this dude at the quarterback spot, I don't like it. And I say that, I don't like it from a defensive perspective because he's just got so much speed. He can put so much stress on a defense, and it's just one guy. Break one tackle, can take it to the house, Palmer. It's a rare combination of what this guy can do. He can just take off in the blink and kill defenses.
Must be nice, because I have no idea what it feels like, but to be able to run that fast and stretch a defense, that's got to feel pretty good, at least if you're on offense, right? Because not only do you have to focus on our running back, and not only do you have to focus on all of our weapons on the perimeter, because this guy can throw and hurt you as well, but you're right. If he makes you miss and he gets in the second level, this dude is gone.
Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick give. It's Griffin. Across the 15. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Griffin. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again.
Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Trojans. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And it's the Thunderbirds come to the line in the hurry-up. Quick give. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. The Thunderbirds will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Motion from the wideout. Pass to 6. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Tight end now in motion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Dortch. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Griffin. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Using his feet. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a 1st down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. And the Trojans come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Needs it. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And it's the Thunderbirds want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. On the move, he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. We've come to the end of the period. It's Troy holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period, 1st down here. Quarterback will keep it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Snap in the shotgun. Grabs it in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Turning it on. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Snags it and he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and time.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Defense coming up with a huge stop, perhaps to force a field goal that would make it a 2-possession game. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Finds his man on the RPO. Runs through the tackle. Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. The Thunderbirds in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab on the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Trying to establish the run. They knock him down right there. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Plows his way ahead. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the 1st down. Has to have it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Hits inside. It's Griffin. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over him. He's going to take off. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. When you've got a veteran behind center as they have, he has to produce more than he has in this one. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game, and it's cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind, and they'd love to get something going here. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Jackson gonna throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Rush right in his face. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. By himself, he makes the grab. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Turns up, it's Dorsett.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw again. Right down the middle. It's caught. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And it's the Thunderbirds will snap it on 1st and 10. Brought down.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Jackson will throw. Going for 6. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the 1st half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. First play of this drive. Makes the grab. It's Dortch. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires it down the seam. Working the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. Holds on. It's locked. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. It is perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Georgia Bulldogs.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. From the gun. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun. Wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understand.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snapped on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Thunderbirds now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for running room. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And it's the Thunderbirds who will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wants to go up top on second down. He'll try to do it himself. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Extending the play. There he goes. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. A full dive to haul that one in.
And what a fantastic effort on that catch. That looked to me like it was just going to be a long incompletion, but how about stretching out, corralling the football, and this offense is on the move.
Keeping his eyes downfield. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Trying to get rid of it. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Sells to fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. It's good. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Selling the fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Dorsett. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Jackson will throw. They're working that left side. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Thunderbirds are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Hand it to the back. Breaks into the open. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Out of the gun to give to the back. Taken down. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Keeps it himself. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. He'll keep it again on the option. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And they've made it a 1-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Fresh set of downs going up top. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down to the air. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight end getting vertical. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Griffin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Just feeds the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Fresh center down's going to the air. The screen, he can go. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Second down, going to throw it. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the missed connection on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
So the Thunderbirds offense is out on the field and ready to attack. And this less than stellar performance is something you just can't afford when you have a veteran signal caller. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense as corners made plays. Really, the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives together. And this offense has just sputtered, and it's just one of those days they want to forget.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Jackson gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And he avoids the sack.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw it again. Dumps it to the back. Reels it in. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That is just what this offense needed, man. A big play down the field, trying to score a touchdown, trying to take the lead late in this football game, but now they don't have to go super fast. They don't have to rush. Great play by this offense.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And it's the Thunderbirds with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Off-play action. Hauls it in the end zone for a touchdown, and now they just need the extra point to take the lead.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And after that big completion with no timeouts, you need to clock it right now. You need to spike the ball, save some clock, knowing you've got to throw this ball into the end zone, give yourself a chance to win.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it. Bounds, an incomplete pass.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
That's a big stop for this defense, and more importantly now, it puts them in a huge position. I want to use that clock as my friend. I got to take away the sidelines. I can't give up a big play and let them get a sideline and then sneak that field goal unit on. Got to make sure I understand where that yard is to get to where they want to kick the field goal.
They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
They got it spiked in the nick of time, so they'll have one more snap to try to pull this one out. Going for everything right here. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.